What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? Hope everybody is doing great. Man, I had such a busy morning. Woke up early, about 4, did a quick tempo run. After that, quick shower, went to the dentist, got that done, and now I'm here to shoot this video for you. And today we're talking about the aerobic system, using the cardio, the aerobic system to burn some fat. Now, this is something I use. This is something I do, and it's been really helping me the last few years. So I want to educate you a little bit, but I'm going to keep it very simple. How to use the aerobic system to burn fat, and also I'll do this video in 2 parts. And then the second part is the anaerobic system, how to use that anaerobic system to also burn fat. All right, this is Coach Kimani. I'm an everyday runner, and let's get started. Our bodies are really complicated, but they are amazing at the same time. We have this hybrid system, and I will use a hybrid vehicle to compare the hybrid vehicle with our system, our cardio system. I don't know if you have a hybrid car or you're around one and you ever drove one. But the hybrid car right now, the way they built them, they're very nice. They have the battery system, and then they have the fuel system, right? I just don't like I wouldn't drive just a vehicle that's just battery though. I need the hybrid vehicle. So the way the battery and the fuel works is when you're on this long trip or you're driving in lower speeds, your vehicle is usually using a little bit more of the battery. It's using a little bit of the gas, so you're saving gas. But when you're punching that gas and you're going fast, and then the scales tip to where you're using more gas and you're saving that battery. Okay, that is basically what you're doing. And our body works the same way. So if I get up in the morning, like the other day, and I do an aerobic workout, which I'm going slower, but longer, I'm using that battery system. I'm using my inner storage, my inner energy. So what is that? That's the stored fat. So when I start running at a heart rate of between 120 to 140, okay, and I call this the conversational pace, and I'm running longer, I'm not using that fuel as much. I'm using that stored energy, right? And that is where the fat burning starts happening. So if you want to use cardio as an advantage to burn fat, that is a system you want to kick in. You want to kick in that aerobic system, that system that's going to go straight to your stored fats and use that stored fat as energy. So the other day, I was running a 7-miler, and I told myself I'm going to do this conversational pace 7-miler, and I'll be doing these once or twice a week. So this way, this is actually very safe to do it at a fasted state. You wake up in the morning, you do this the first thing in the morning. You wake up, you don't eat any food. You basically get some water, some hydration packets, put it in the water, you shake it. So you need to be hydrated, well hydrated. And then you just go for that nice, long, slow run where your heart rate is a little bit elevated to maybe 120 to 140. That's for me. Now you can go online and figure out where your heart rate needs to be for the fat burning stage. Everybody has kind of a difference. But let's say it's old school. You're old school. You don't like to do all those heart rates things. Like, let's pretend it's 1987. We don't have that technology. Basically, what you want to do is think about this conversational pace. Can I sing out loud? Can I talk to somebody for a straight hour while I do this? Okay. If you are a person that don't like to run, you can also do this walking at an elevated heart rate. So you want to that speedy walk, that brisk walk, like that fast walk where you elevate your heart rate, okay? Or you can get on the stair climber and do the stair climber, okay? The other thing you can do is, I know I'm talking fast, but I'll slow down in a minute and explain, is get on a treadmill, elevate the treadmill a little bit, right? And incline, that's what I'm looking for. Incline it. I think it's like a 5 or 7. incline it to a 5 or a 7, and then go to like uh, like a 3-speed, something like that, or a 3.5. That also will work. Whatever you're doing, make sure your heart is elevated. But I'm not a professional walker. I'm not a professional stair climber. I'm a runner. So let's stick with running. So when you're running and you want to burn fat, use that fat storage. You got to stay at that conversational pace. And man, that's actually the way I look at it. It's a fun run. It's easy. It's fun. It's not complicated. I'm not thinking about pace. I'm not thinking about going fast, because now my body is not using that food fuel. It's using that stored fat, right? That stored energy. So whatever I ate yesterday, whatever I ate 2 days ago, I didn't use that stuff. So that stuff becomes stored energy, right? And if you even do this for a few days, just day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, it really, really works. And it really, really helps. So try this. Think about it as your hybrid car. I'm going long distance and I'm not going fast. So guess what? I'm going to use more of my stored energy and less of my fuel. Now, am I using the fuel? Of course. So when I'm doing the aerobic workout, I'm also using the anaerobic system, but I'm not using it as much. So I can go longer. If I switch, which the next video I'll talk about this, if I switch to the anaerobic system where I'm using much fuel and I'm going super fast, I'm not using the stored fat as much. I'm using it a little bit, but I'm using that fuel way a lot more. So this anaerobic system is not going to last long. It's usually created for short distances. That's why those are the sprinters, right? The sprinters, the tempo runs, race day. I'm using more of my anaerobic system, and that's what's going on. Now, can I lose fat on that anaerobic system? That is what we're going to talk about. But hey, trust me, here's a picture of me before and after. Running does work. You can burn fat while you run. It's very effective. And also think about this. You've used also some muscle. You've burned some of those calories. You're not burning a lot of the calories, but you've burned some calories. So when you sleep, when you rest, when you're recovering during the day, your muscles are rebuilding. So you're also using that. Okay. I keep saying I'm going to close, but I keep remembering other things. I'm going to close with this. I sound like a pastor. But listen, the cool thing about this aerobic exercise, it leaves you with a lot of energy to do stuff during the day. So during the day, you have a lot of energy. So you are cutting the grass. You are doing all these chores, all these errands that you're doing. Now you have full energy. So with that full energy, you're burning calories throughout the day. Where in other places where you work out really hard, you're done for the day, right? You don't want that. You want a place where you still have a lot of energy for the day. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much for watching. God bless. Have a great day. Let's go.